The Last of Us Season 2, more like The Last of Us Season 2 Part 1. I am Pablo Gunner, and I am here to review The Last of Us Season 2 on HBO Max. My grade scale is must see, must stream for the best. Check it out for the mid, pass for the worst. What can I say about The Last of Us Season 2 besides the fact that it doesn't feel like a Season 2 because it's unfinished? And it's clearly feels like a part 1 of a Season 2. It's not called part 1 of Season 2. It's just called Season 2, and then Season 3 is going to pick up exactly where Season 2 left off, which it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because it's not finished. Season 2 had a lot of issues, had a lot of problems. I'm going to talk about those. There was a lot of stuff behind this for those of us that are hardcore and we played the game, which was The Last of Us Part 2. I can understand it being confusing if they start including parts. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. But to me, it would make more sense, and I think it would have been a lot better. They said that they were going to change certain things. I didn't see too many changes in this. I was like, it seems like they're going almost exactly according to what they did in the game. The number one worst thing that they did in the game is the exact same mistake that they made in the show, which is they introduced Abby before making you sympathize and care and empathize with Abby. So you play as her hunting down Joel, and you're like, I love Joel and I hate her because I love him and I know she's there to kill him. It was very difficult to play the game as it was to get into the show because you're made to believe that you should. You're just told like he killed her dad. So he deserves to die. She deserves her revenge. And it's like, yeah, but no, but kind of sure maybe a little bit, but when you have kids, the game changes completely and F the rules. It's about your kids. So what they did is the same mistake. Mind you, you're not playing as her, so you're not seeing her as much, but that kind of makes it harder because you see Joel and you see Ellie and you see the people from Jackson and you care about them. So when bad things start happening to these people that you're reintroduced to and made to care about them all over again or get reinvested in them, it makes it even harder. And what they should have done is go, look, this is why Abby's dad was a great guy and he was just the perfect father. Whereas Joel's kind of crappy in a way. Yeah, he does his best, but he does bad things, which we saw in the season later on. We saw we saw the separation, how did we get here, right? Flashbacks. They did flashbacks, and those were the best parts of the season because let's be honest, Dina and Ellie can't carry this show. The other characters can't carry the show. The same way that the characters couldn't carry part 2. I loved part 2. I've replayed it many, many times and I think it's a fantastic game. The story's meh, but once again, it's because they didn't get you to care about Abby before she did the deed. And it was messed up how it happened, too. If it was like, no, she's right, this is fine, I'm okay with it, and you're like, yeah, he knows, and we all know that he deserves this, then that would have been great. But once again, the reason that season 1 was so good, this man right here. Pedro Pascal is such a phenomenal actor. And if you're tired of him, then you're just tired of good acting because the rest of this characters in this show, they're just not as good as him. So they don't carry the show the way this man was doing it. And like I said, when you do flashbacks, when you do these things, okay, you're bringing him back, you're bringing the magic back. That's what we want. That's what we need. I really did like the way that they went with this, the moments that they included from the games, like straight out of the game. I was like, oh my God, it makes me want to play the game again. It really does. And that's good. And that's how it should be. Video game shows or video game like the entertainment should make you go back to the original source material. It really should. And that's what this made me want to do. I mean, I love Dina. She was great, but she was very different from the show. The other guy, I want to say Aaron, I feel like he was also better than the game. He was really good. A lot of the characters are really good in the show. It's well casted, it's well acted, it's well done. It's just without this man, it's just not the same. And then the way that it ends on this giant cliffhanger where you're like, oh, what? Now we're going to wait 2 years for this to pick up? Unless they filmed it right, straight up back to back, then we might get it in a year instead of 2 years. I mean, this is not the way that you do it. You just do a part one and then you do a part two, and that's it. And you end it there, which doesn't make sense because I know they're supposed to do, I think they're supposed to do a Last of Us part three for it to come full circle, which would make sense. But then it's gonna be like they're gonna be getting out at the same time, and then that stuff gets confusing. We've seen how that's a mess. Game of Thrones. So, all in all, like I still loved parts of it, but it just wasn't nearly as good. And that's why I can't give it a must see, must stream. It's definitely worth checking out. Make sure you check out our merch at TNTM the store where you can find merch like this. And if you want this exact shirt, just tell me and I'll put it on the site. I'll hook you up. I'll find a way to get it to you. 5% of any profit that we make off our merch goes to our charity of the month, which is Palestine Children's Relief Fund. So help us, help them by buying some of this sweet merch or donating directly to them. Thank you for watching, my fellow nerds. Hopefully this isn't the last.